Morning, guys. Hope you're well. Yeah, guess you're surprised to see me. I haven't posted in a while. I've been quite busy with my other job, which is not koi keeping. So yeah, I've had a pretty hectic year, but I'm on leave now, so I thought I'd post some koi content and give you a bit of an update in terms of what's happening with my pond, and a lot has been going on. For those of you watching for the first time or who haven't watched my videos before, this is my main pond. It's 70,000 liters with filtration, 2 meters deep, and literally got two viewing windows. So it's got this one here, which is 2 meters by 1 meter, and the one on the far side there, you can see it goes into like a brylarper. That's 1 meter by 1 meter. So yeah, when you look at the pond, it's actually quite deceiving. The fish look a little bit smaller than they actually are, but the biggest ones in here, are close to the 86, 87 centimeters. Most of the fish, the bigger fish here that you see, are close to 80. And then there's a lot of mid-sized fish, and unfortunately, and I'll say unfortunately because I maybe shouldn't have put them in. I put a lot of smaller fish in, and they've grown ridiculously in this season. This is the best growth season I've had ever in terms of keeping koi, and I think it's because I've got the filters set up properly now. I've got the water quality getting better all the time. I'm putting fresh water in here like crazy from a borehole that has a filtration process before I put it in. So all good things. And then I'm also feeding a ridiculous amount of food. I mean, I'm actually feeding too much, but I've got a lot of fish in here, so I need to cut back. But yeah, I mean, if you know from the previous videos, you'll know some of the fish, but you can see now automatically how these fish have bulked. I mean, look how beautiful that Kinkabuto is. 80 centimeters, so that gives you an indication of size. Nice Deutz Karashi. There's my old Asagi. It's actually become a Matsuba. But yeah, you can see some of the smaller ones in here as well. The water is a bit murky at the moment, and that's because I've got a ton of blanket weed, kind of spurred on by all the feeding and the protein. So I can't avoid that at the moment. The second I stop feeding so hectically, I mean, literally the water clears up within like I don't know, 10 to 12 hours, completely clear. So it's just something I'm living with at the moment, as I try and really get as much growth as I possibly can out of the fish. So this pond is completely overstocked, so I need to get some of these guys out here pretty quickly. I'm maybe going to go down by almost a third of what I've got in the pond. And there's a mixture here. I mean, they're not all kind of show grade. There's some fish that I really like. There's fish with sentimental value. So there's kind of a bit of everything in here. But I need to properly cut back. I've put some younger Kohaku jumbo tosai in here that I really want to see what they do. I'm getting good growth on smaller fish. I mean, it's actually quite unbelievable the speed at which these things grow in this pond. There's a Shiro Tsuri. That Shiro, quite interesting. It actually has grown significantly. It's possibly put on about 15 centimeters. That's the one I'm trying to focus in on there now. It's grown by about 15 centimeters in the space of a couple of months over the warmer period. All the color pulled back and is starting to come back out again. It went very dull, and now it's starting to thicken up, and that just tends to happen on some of the Gosanki when they start growing really fast. The black pulls down and then comes back a bit later. So it's not a reason to get rid of the fish. There you can see some of the tosai. There's the old Kohaku that I've had for ages. That's about 85 now. Sorry, with the air going, it's a bit yeah, you can't really see that clearly, but that's a really big Kohaku. I actually got it from someone that died in Malmesbury. It's their fish, and I've just kept it. It's not the best quality anymore. It used to win koi shows like on its day, but it's gone backwards in terms of quality. Very old fish. I mean, I imagine it's more than 20. Gosh, there you can see on the side of the wall. Maybe it's more than 20 years old. So in its day, it was pretty special. Not that one, the big one. Winning koi shows. It's a Sakai Kohaku. As I said, really big. Yeah, I'm going to try and turn the air off now and see if I can get better video. Okay, there they're coming by in a bit of a swim by. There you can see how many I have and how much this pond needs to get trimmed out. So I've got some really good fish amongst them, but yeah, kind of different grades in here, and I definitely need to make space. The karashis have grown tremendously. I mean, you can see the bulk on these things. I mean, they're absolute tanks. Most in the 70 centimeters now. Biggest one's kind of just over 80. There you can get a good view of that big kohaku. I mean, quite a stunner in its day. Such a bulky fish. I mean, ridiculous. I don't even know if that can still breed. I mean, it's a good 20 years old, so that would be quite interesting. But I'm not really breeding at the moment. You know, I bring my fish in for resale. I don't breed and resell. I'm not a koi farm. There's my old white. I guess it's a Harawaki. It looks like a platinum ogon, but originally it had a bit of yellow in it. Massive fish, over 80 odd centimeters, but I mean, obviously had its day. I got that in 2005 when I went to Japan. Tail is a bit damaged. Its skin is quite leathery and old. I'll try and get a glimpse of it as it comes past. So there it goes at the back. Great fish in its day, but yeah, kind of quite old. Big female. Look at that. She's huge. Okay, so now I'm at the other window, and I've just thrown some pellets in so you can see the fish. That green reflection is from the algae on the walls. I mean, the walls are completely green. The water's not as clear as it should be right now because of all the protein. There's a carp cross koi that I put in here. Huge growth. I mean, that thing is 50 centimeters now. You'll remember it as a tossai that I put in here not so long ago. Big Sankey male. That's a male, believe it or not, about 84. This is a carp cross koi, this big one and the one underneath it. So those must kind of come out as well. I mean, I'm going to keep maybe one, get the rest moved on. Big karashi goi, this is now 80 centimeters. I think this is also a male. That would be a good breeding fish. But yeah, looking really good and growing. You can see the kind of shapes on the fish. And I'll talk about food in another video that I'm going to post. But yeah, I'm definitely getting the growth that I want. It's just obviously resulted in too much load on the system, and I need to get some of these fish out of here because I really want to grow some of the really good ones a lot bigger. Here's the carp cross koi again. Look at the bulk on this. It came from like 1 meter appearance. Look at that. Sure, it's about 60 centimeters now. That big black one. There's a nice young kohaku. Potential for the future. It's always so weird seeing the sides of the fish. So you're used to seeing it from the top. When you suddenly look at the side, a fish that you maybe liked from the top, you don't like the side profile. So now you end up getting in a weird situation where you start choosing fish, not just what they look like on the top, but you choose what they look like on the side. I mean, very weird for me. but I must say that some of them I did choose based on their side profile rather than their top profile, especially the metallics. They just add so much to the pond. Yeah. Okay, so I'm going to end things there. I will post a lot more. But yeah, let me know what you think. I like the comments. I like to see what people are saying or thinking. It kind of motivates me to post more. Let me know what you think of the fish. Cool, and thank you so much for watching. Cheers.